do you love someone because of the joy that they bring you alone? Is that wise? Or do you love someone because of what they're like with you when it's hard and when there's conflict? So how they are resilient with you.
Yeah.
So really it's both. And you can't have love without grief. Because the classic quote is, grief is just love with nowhere to go. But I think grief is love with somewhere to go when you have someone to put that back in to the relationship with.
Yeah. If you find somebody that you can pour your love into, but that person has to be able to receive.
Yeah.
If they don't receive, then you're sitting in a lot of pain because that love has nowhere to go.
Right. It has to be a mutual choice, and that's life. It's just going through, meeting bunches of people, and that's why it's so special when you do connect with somebody, because it's so rare.
It's so rare.
And when they like you back, oof, that's even rarer.
Exactly.
That's like really special.
Exactly. And sometimes they like you back and then they don't because they just can't hold it.
Right.
They just don't have space for it. They don't want to go to that pain.
Yeah. And they don't even know it. And that's the hard part, is when they say to you, yes, I'm ready for it. And then you go together and then you realize they're not ready for it. And they don't even know that they're not ready for it. And there's just so far you can go before it's actually just a labyrinth. You've been going down this path.
Exactly.
You just hit a wall.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, if I'd known, I wouldn't have come into the labyrinth. But like, I know there's a garden here somewhere. I just have to keep taking different routes to get there. And I don't know which way. And eventually you just end up leaving the labyrinth because you know the exit. You want to get to the garden so badly.
Right. You keep hitting brick walls and having to do U-turns and go and find another route. And then you try different manners. And you think, okay, it's a different way.
Yeah, you try
this way, that way, up and down, through and over.
Yeah.
And then you realize that it's an absolute no way.
There's no way.
No, but they also live in fear. They don't have the faith that garden is there for them, for us.
Yeah.
They don't believe they're worthy enough for that, or that it's not possible, or it's a
that's
dream
ultimately what it is.
true.
It's the lack of self-esteem.
Lack of self-worth.
Like, am I worth this? Can I really have it?
Can I really receive?
And I think that's real love, because you have to acknowledge that I'm going through the same patterns of, am I worthy of this also? Can we create something good together?
Yeah.
And if we can, by deciding that we both want to, and that we both have the same fears, like being honest about the fact that I'm not better than you, I don't know the way either,
and own it, and both to take the chance.
The risk. It's about the courage to face the risk.
The courage to face the risk. Instead of constantly you're just having shallow. You're stuck in what you call a safe harbor, but it's boring in the harbor, and so you go for one little different excursion after the next without realizing that. With none of them can you go deep.
No. But that's the thing. People don't know how surface level they are until they go deeper. You don't know what it's like in the adult pool when you're in the kiddie pool.
Right, that's true.
You think that is the depth of it.
I think that's the depth of it. I remember what it was like to actually kick off and go to that next wall at the other distance. I think to myself, wow, I did it. I can do this.
Right.
This is deep. I have fear, but I have courage. And my faith in myself wins over fear.
That's exactly what it is. It's seeing that you have fear and walking with it. It's not having fear.
Running from it.
So many people say, oh, you have no fear, or you're fearless. And it's like, I'm not without fear. I am choosing to befriend it. That's different.
Oh, choosing to face it and
go with it. That's what
what
motivates you, is having it. It fuels you. Because like being on stage, or being in front of the camera, or just doing anything,
life only starts on the edge.
You're still anxious every time.
It only starts on the edge.
You're expanding your comfort zone by choosing to face it and walk with it.
Yeah.
And it's not the other side that feels better. It's the during that you realize, okay, I have the character trait to do that. That's what confidence is. It's having courage consistently.
Faith
to face it.
Courage.
Yeah.
Trusting that what got you there.
For a reason.
That you'll get through it.
Heart-to-heart conversations are hard to find. I think it's about being in someone's presence more consistently.
Right.
Like, befriending someone first makes it so much more easy when you're in the same environment for a longer period of time.
Right.
They can see what you're like always, not just when you got ready for a date.
Right.
And they can see that you might need a hand one day or a lift home or something, and you have these moments of regular, ordinary days that dates just leave out. Dates are like this bubble. We all have such a different experience of the same circumstance. It means something different to each of us because of our past experiences and our personalities. That's a really tough thing to realize when it means more to you than it does to another.
To someone else,
That also tells you about their relationship with God, because I think you become a sensitive person at heart when you realize how temporary everything is and how blessed you are to have the now.
You make someone feel and see how you feel and see it, so you just have to have faith that they either see it or they don't, and accept what is.
Yeah, acceptance is massive.
It's everything. You have to accept what is. You can't make it be for somebody else what it is for you if they don't see it or feel it. Have faith in it.
But you wouldn't want to make someone see something a certain way either. You don't want to convince them. You want it to come from them.
Exactly. Right. But if they live in fear, they'll keep pushing it away.
And it's up to us to see that they keep pushing it away. And that's who they are.
Yeah.
And then it's up to us to choose if we want to stay there or not.